So the three French hens was the Trinity. The four calling birds was the four Gospels. The five golden rings was the first five books of the Bible. The six geese a laying was the 6 days of creation, and so on. There's something for each of the days. But when you go online and you look, it says, "Oh no, this is not a 17th century Irish code. It's an 18th century English nursery rhyme." And
Mm.
so, and I would posit that history is not settled yet. We haven't found the actual letters, but we found enough evidence. I can now prove that the earliest, but people who say it's an 18th century English nursery rhyme, they do it based on this book right here, which is a copy of like the first appearance of it, and it was in a like a pamphlet called Mirth Without Mischief. And
Mm.
it says that the song was first sung at King Pepin's ball. See, it's right there, King Pepin's
Wow.
ball. So when I went, when I went back to researching it, I was like, well, who's King Pepin, right? And it's actually very interesting because we know his son more than we know him. But he was in the 700s and he was called King Pepin the Short. And his son was Charlemagne, the first Holy Roman Emperor. So it
Interesting.
all ties to like the Papal States and the Byzantine Empire.
Wow.
I know. And
Hmm.
so what was transformative to me in my first quest was, I guess this was about the time that Pope Saint Paul um, had written, or John Paul had written the letter to the artists. And I thought, how, and I used to do catechesis of the Good Shepherd, which is, Montessori based for children.
Mm.
And how can we teach our children this? How can we teach the faith? Because it wasn't like, it wasn't a, it was a code during a time when it was illegal to be Catholic. And not only was it illegal to be Catholic, you were hanged, drawn, and quartered if you were a priest. There were laws against the penal years. There were laws against educating your children. There was laws against holding property. There was laws against just everything you could imagine. It's probably one of the darkest periods in Christian history because it was Christian on Christian, And I picked up the book a few years ago because my research kept going, but it's the lives of the Irish martyrs, and confessors.